Jamie, that was a vital 3 points this afternoon.
Yeah, any 3 points is important, but that one especially after the last couple of games. We said before the game that the most important thing was just the win. How we got there, it didn't really matter. And I think the performance first half was excellent. We were out the blocks really quickly. I think if anything, the game could have been out of sight by half time with a few of the chances that we created. And then second half, we were all saying the right things and ready to go and do battle again in the second half. But it didn't work out like that. They got the better of us in the second half. As a result, created a few chances. So credit to them. But they're fighting for the lives down there. So it's not going to be. It was never going to be an easy game. They've got some good players, a lot of pace, a bit of experience, and they did make it difficult for us second half. But some good solid defending and a good save from Matty enabled us to get it over the line. With 3 games to go now, but a massive 3 points.
Yeah, and a massive clean sheet as well from the way it's been going recently, conceding sort of goals here and there.
Yeah, we've not had many of those for a while. I think there's only 11 or 12 now this season. We'll be usually looking between 16 to 20. But yeah, look, the defence has been great. I think we've conceded a few goals, but generally speaking, we've looked organised, we've looked compact, and we've not given that much away. We got done last week on a counter, so that's not a defensive issue per se. It's just more of an organisation and the structure. And last week, arguably, we played a lot better. But if we'd have scored our chances over the last 2 or 3 games, we'd be in a much cosier position right now as it is. We're still fighting to pick up points, but I think we've got a 5 or 6 point cushion now, 3 games to go, so 1 more win should do it for us.
And handy to have a midfielder like Ollie Shenton who's got an eye for goal.
Yeah, it's great. Look, we're carrying a few injuries like most teams. Smithy's still out, Bashi's still injured, Calves as well. Hennes is just coming back from his, and 1 or 2 more, but Shentz has been really good for us this season. I think he's been really versatile. He's not been as many starts as he perhaps would have wanted, but when he's called upon, he puts in a performance, and today was no different. He managed to get himself into a good position for a drag back and an excellent goal, and one I thought that we deserved. But yeah, credit to Shentz because he's a good lad, he works really hard, and he plays 2 or 3 different positions for us.
So looking forward now, obviously, say we've got 3 games left, the playoffs are now within sight, within our grasp. How do you approach the final 3 games?
Like we have the other games of the season, we need to approach them with a real professionalism, determination to get 3 points. And the lads turned up today and there was a real focus about us. We need that for the next 3 games. And if we do manage to hold on and get into the playoffs, then we need a good bit of form as well. That's as a team, but also as individuals. So the lads will want to put on a good show. Gloucester's a tough place to go. Then we've got Gateshead, and we finish with a trip to Spennymoor. So 3 very, very tough games, but we'll be aiming to get 9 points from them.
And important as it'll be to try and get that first home game in the playoffs as well. Yeah,
I'm not really too fussed about that at the moment, to be honest. It's just play the next 3 games and we'll see where we're at. Getting into the playoffs is a priority. And if you get a home game, then great. But if you're away, we've shown that we can go to the top sides, compete, be strong, and able to create a few chances of our own. So we'll just see where we end up after the next 3 games, and hopefully that's in the top 7. And if we are, then we've given our fans something to shout about and another game to look forward to. And I think we have all season, really, over the last 5 or 6 since I've been here. Every season, the fans at this club have had something, in the last 5 or 6 games to keep them interested. Other clubs haven't got that at the moment, so it's a good time to be a Chorley fan. Hopefully they keep coming out in the numbers, and if we do get into the playoffs, hopefully if we do get that home draw, they can make it a bit of a fortress for us.